All right, so yo, East, tell us where we at right now.
We in Harlem, man, uptown. This is my store from the deli. Like a little personal, like boutique. It's really like a space of, you know what I mean, everything that I done put out, all the brands I collab with, merchandise, really everything, like one-stop shop.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
I definitely love the art on the wall. Who did the mural? Like,
Oh, my brother Naeem, man, he got all the way busy.
Got you.
All the way busy, yeah. This is personal, like I personally know all these people, with the exception of Big L, but everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Was the
you recently just did a Thanksgiving giveaway. You do it here or?
Yeah, we did it here yesterday. I had my moms, my pops, a couple other family members, friends of the family. We all got a bunch of food together.
Yeah.
Gave hot plates out.
And that's something that you've been doing? That's the first year?
Yeah, that was the first one. I've done like turkey drives and stuff like that at other locations, but that was the first time me doing it at my own store. So that's something I want to continue.
No, that's what's up. Now with the holidays, of course, right now is the holiday time. Like, what's your favorite part of the holidays? You got Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. Like, what's
Thanksgiving, man? The food. Yeah. You know why? Because you get past that age. Like when you a kid, it's Christmas.
Yeah.
You waiting for gifts and shit like that. You know what I mean? But when you get older, I got to get all the gifts.
No, fact.
So Christmas ain't ain't got the same. You know what I'm saying? Christmas ain't the same no more. I don't. You know what I mean?
You playing Santa Claus and shit.
I'm Santa Claus now. So Thanksgiving is when I know I can just eat. You know what I mean? I can hit this crib, that crib, this homie crib, go check this crib. I mean, I could, and then in my own house, I could eat till I pass out. So that's one of my, that been one of my favorite holidays. You know what I'm saying? Because I know certain dishes is gonna get cooked that they ain't making all the time.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Now, what's your like your go-to for real? Like,
I like the soul food, man. You know what I'm saying? The collard greens, the mac and cheese.
Right, shit.
You know what I'm saying? The yams. I like all of that. Like I'm into all of that.
Say less. Now we gotta get into this project. Feel me?
Book of David, man.
David.
Shouts to Buddha, Grams, Mike Cuz, DJ Drama.
Now, right now, you know, like Drama been doing a lot of mixed Gangsta Grillz tapes. You know, like a lot of us, we grew up on Gangsta Grillz tapes.
Right.
A lot of them before DSPs came out, you know, labels wasn't putting out Gangsta Grillz. They was just free music. Right. A lot of those tapes back in the day.
That piff, man.
Yeah, that piff. That was our original streaming for real. So now that, you know, collabing with Drama, first and foremost, like what's it like for Drama to do a Gangsta Grillz? Like, do you do the project and then send it to him? He in the stew with you? Like what's the process of the Gangsta?
Me and Drama locked in when I first got signed, like 2014. I did the Hate Me Now project. He that's when I first locked in with him. I actually went to Atlanta and got with him. Shouts to Lake, shouts to Cannon, the whole generation now. Like, you know what I mean? They really been solid and supportive of my whole time in here in the game, you know what I mean? But this one I put it together. Me Buddha, Grams, my cuz, we locked in. Once I felt like I had a strong body of work that I felt like was very street oriented. I felt like I haven't done one of those in a while. I jumped into the acting. I started doing all type of other little, you know what I mean? But I felt like when it came to like the sound and how what I know the streets is into and what I'm into, like I'm like, oh no, this is that project. So once we had the body of work, I told Buddha, I'm like, bro, I'm sending this to Drum, like, you know what I'm saying?
Was that the first time you ever sent a project to Drum? For Gangsta Grillz or?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, the Hate Me Now. Yeah. I sent them a bunch of them records, and I was down there with him in the studio, like so. That was kind of a little more cohesive as far as making it. You know what I mean? This body of work, me, Buddha, Grams, Mike Cuz, we locked in the studio. All that was recorded in New York.
That's right.
And then I sent that to John. You know what I mean?
So what part of the album, the project, would you say is like? If you had one song for everybody, like, yo, like this is a song I want y'all to really bump in order to get the right feel, to set you on the right move with what Book of David is really about. What song, what joint would you say?
There's a few, man, but I would, honestly, for the energy, I would say probably God Body. Just because of the tempo, it ain't no hook. I'm just like, I'm back to just, you know what I'm saying? Like just having fun and like, just flowing, you know what I mean? So, and I know that's one part of me that my day one supporters, my core fan base always like when I just do freestyles or, so I think a lot of this album is kind of like, I approached it like freestyles, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't really thinking too deeply on the record and trying to make it this big. I just was like, man, let me just get in there.
That's it.
And get my energy off, and the response has been incredible.
Yeah, no, in fact, now I like on God Body. You shout out, you know, a couple rappers. I know you shout out Ye on there.
Yeezy, Jeezy, Weezy. All the Easy, all of them.
I really like the part you say you stepping like Savion. Savion from Newark, New Jersey. That's my hometown from Newark. So that like part, anybody that shout out the city, like,
that's my era though. I grew up watching. My last album I talked about Gregory Hines.
Thanks.
So I just, you know what I mean?
So
I'm
you know about that stepping, tap dancing and all that?
I'm in tune.
Nah. Did you have another title for the album before? I saw that you said like the title was originally gonna be No Place Like Home, or that was a different project?
That's actually a different project.
Okay.
So I was locked in with that one. Early on with shouts to Mike and Keys. I was after the How Did I Get Here project, I got right into that one.
Yeah, facts.
But then, like I said, Buddha, Graham, that's family, that's day one. We've been locked in since damn near my first project. So that was like by chance. It wasn't planned. It wasn't like, I mean, we've been talking about it for years. Like we got to lock in and just do one with just us.
Facts.
But that was by chance. I was back in the city. We got in the lab. And it was like a 2-week type of thing, and I sat and listened to it. I'm like,
all them joints recorded in 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
Damn.
And it's like 10 records we ain't used. Like, you know what I mean?
That's great. So what's gonna happen to the No Place Like Home project?
That's still on the way.
Okay.
That's still on the way. I just feel like with me, I'm one of them artists that you got artists that could put out, that could drop once a year, drop twice a year. Like I like to constantly. I just think that's me. I get bored.
Yeah.
So I feel like as long as I'm constantly creating something new, a different theme, I'm talking about different topics, different subjects.
Yeah.
It's fun for me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I feel like it's fun for the people that support what I got going on.
That's 1,000. That's 1,000. Now, on the song Gangsta, right? We gonna go into like some lyrics.
Okay.
So on Gangsta, you say, probably fuck up with my eyes first. If I hit it raw, talk to God first. now you know it's always a risk. As we get older, feel me? It's like we taking a lot of things we used to do when we was younger. It's a little bit more risky, like. So
that's what that meant. That's what that ball was about.
So that's really like the process. It's like, I'm about to, hey God, yo, hold me down.
You know what I mean? Anything risky, man, I talk to the Lord. You know what I mean? Inshallah, everything work out. You know what I mean?
No, definitely.
That's funny.
now, Collab promoters. You said some of the best shit you ever learned came from a junkie.
Yeah.
So what's some of the things that you know, some of that wisdom that they passed down to you that really stuck with you?
Just conversations, man. Like alcoholics, fiends, crackheads. Like I've been around them since a child. Like I was a little kid, family members, all that. Like, you know what I mean, neighbors, people up the block, shit like so. I feel like I learned the most besides my parents and shit like that. I like remember those convos strongly. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like they ain't owe me that conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody, if you know a fiend ain't got no time to, you know what I'm saying? They fuck around and say some real shit in the mix of whatever they talking about. So I caught a lot of wisdom just growing up, just older. Like that line was really like older people that I was around that was into the drugs and shit like that was been getting high since the 80s and shit like that. I know I'm close with a lot of people like that. Yeah. So a lot of the conversations I had with them over the years kind of molded me and how I think and made me not ever want to fuck with no drugs or not do certain shit just because of me being around them or being exposed to them mad young.
Yeah, no, that's valid. That's valid because, you know, life experiences teaching us so many different things, and those who are older than you, they experience more.
I seen what drugs do before I seen drugs.
Yeah.
You feel me? Before I actually physically seen drugs, I seen what it did, what it do. So I was always turned off by that shit.
Yeah, no, facts, yeah. You learn more when you see the result of something, for real. Now, I saw that this project came on FTD.
From the dirt, everything, baby. Nah, it's still Def Jam.
Okay,
still
got you.
Still Mass Appeal, still everything.
What is FTD though? Like what is From the Dirt? You got the same initials on
yeah, that's my brand, man. That's my stamp. That's my flag. That's what I'm waving through these streets. Yeah. That's what I stand on. It's just really I'm not gonna really get into the real origins of what that name is. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's another conversation.
Gotcha.
But as far as branding and just brand wise is for anybody that's coming from nothing and trying to make it something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what From the Dirt means. So when I'm screaming at it, you see the FTD, I'm constantly reminding you this shit came from nothing. Like I didn't have a cousin that worked at a label. I didn't have a homeboy that was a big artist. I didn't have none of that. Like that all was like a different world. So for me to be able to get in it, stay in it, and I've been in it. I mean, I'm still in it.
Facts.
So I always want to constantly remind the youth or just whoever, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I did this shit literally from the dirt, like from nothing. I mean, so it's possible.
Yeah. Now, when you get to that moment, when you felt like you finally in it, like, what was that specific moment when you felt like, all right, like, I'm here, like, Dave East is here, like, everything that I went through in my life, everything that prepared me for this moment is like, I'm finally here. When was that moment you felt?
For me personally, probably when Nas said my name on what's that, 105? On Angie Martinez show. Shouts to Angie. Shouts to Angie for that interview, because I think
Angie
that was that interview, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think when Nas said my name and shouted me out, my life took a shift after that. Because it was like, you know, that's one of the holy grails of this, what we call hip hop. So for him to stand on it or just even mention me, like he didn't even really get into detail or nothing. That mention alone got the ball rolling for me. You know what I mean? So from that point on, it was like, if I could really think of a key moment, it was that. It was a lot of other moments after that, but that's what got it rolling.
On the first one, got you. Now, you know, Nas just dropped that King Disease 3.
Facts. Shouts to him and Hit Boy.
Him and Hit, you know, they looking like they 3 for 3. They might just keep going because they keep winning with it.
Keep dropping.
What you just think of the project? Just your overall like reaction?
Big fan. It's like that shit I wait for. You know what I'm saying? I wait for them bodies of work because I feel like we fortunate to still be getting them.
Yeah.
Like he putting them out, you know what I mean? So I'm a fan first before the me signing to him and all before all of that. I'm a die-hard fan first. So it's beautiful, I think. You know what I mean? I'm still studying this new shit.
You mentioned the acting earlier. Wu-Tang, both seasons.
I jumped into some different shit.
Yeah, like obviously you came through. I felt like that role of you playing meth was mad natural. Like,
right.
Now what was one of the things that he said to you that really, you know, just got you in that bag of really, you know, embodying him coming up in Wu-Tang?
I always really idolized Meth, man, from a child. Like, you know what I mean? Like watching him in Belly, Wu-Tang, him with Meth, with Redman, you know what I mean? The whole how all of that, like just his whole career, it always intrigued me a little bit. I always jacked Meth, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that wasn't really a reach for me, or that wasn't nothing I had to really like study, or I was already in tune. I already knew half them verses, word for word, before I read them in the script. I knew them verses, so a lot of that was like more comfort than anything. So I think that's why I was able to really nail that role like that. You know what I mean?
It seemed natural.
And he gave me his blessings before I started acting, and then after you know what I mean? I just did the Apollo. He came out. He said it in front of everybody, like, you killed that shit. So
that's right.
To get his blessings to do the role and then do 3 seasons of it, and then he salute me, it was like, you know what I mean? I felt good. Bro.
Now, last question now. With everything you've accomplished thus far, like, what does success mean to Dave East right now at this moment? And did that change from when you first started, you know, just on your journey to everything you're doing right now?
100%. Success for me used to be money. You know what I'm saying? That was the end of it. Like, if I got money, I'm successful. As long as I got a bunch of bread, we straight. You know what I'm saying? Now it's more of peace of mind is success to me. Making it back home to my kids is success to me. I feel like the money, I figured out a way to make the money. You know what I mean? So the money gonna come how it come. But that don't make me feel successful. You know what I'm saying? Me doing all I do in the world and all I do as an actor, rapper, entrepreneur, whatever I do, and then I can make it home and still be a dad, I feel successful. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm watching so many different artists, life get snatched, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like my outlook on success is different now. Because you could be successful as shit, nigga kill you, rob you, do whatever they want to do with you. Police get with you, lock you up, you know what I mean? Like, so it's more about dodging shit, you know? Success to me is like dodging the bullshit now. And being actually able to be out here and enjoy the success. You know what I'm saying? See the people give me my flowers, I'm not dead. See the people shout me out, they're not saying free me. I could actually be here to feel it all, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's success.
That's valid, that's valid. On that note, gonna wrap it up. Of course, you're rocking with Jiggy Jones, Dave East, that Book of David out right now.
Right now, go get that, man.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.